Is Coco here as well? No, he's not. Okay. Okay. So now that the time's up, we'll start with Axel Slant. He can should be able to talk now, as long as he has push to talk. I will change that quickly. No. Slant, you there? There you go.
Oh, okay. So, to be completely honest, I was rather enjoying the massive fights we were getting, since population is sliding and everything else. I'm not sure how else we're going to get massive fights like that. That being said, I mean, I'm all for trying to cooperate in any way possible in order to steer development of this game in any direction that would bring new players to it, because I mean 500, 600 people prime time on the weekend is not enough, obviously. But I really just came here to see what everybody else had to say. I honestly have no problem with the war between us, as long as, you know, it doesn't disintegrate into just name calling and bickering. I've had a lot of fun fighting Hunter CG, even though every time we go over there, we don't get very far. They're very good at defending. But that's
the
pretty much all I got to
of
say.
CG, I appreciate that.
Okay. Next on the list, Riker, Alcon Trading. He's not here. So, Deke, you're up next. There you go. You're free to talk.
All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta agree with a lot of things Slant said. But I'd also like to say that Apex is open to diplomacy with any guard or any guild, regardless of nationality. Overarching policy of war is not our intention, and our diplomacy is based on in-game matters. That being said, people that cooperate with guilds we're at war with are seen as enemy combatants, as they provide resources, logistics, production for them. When it comes down to specific diplomatic matters, I would refer anyone to Epicidium. We are also in favor of more structured and planned PvP, as we see that as a driving force in Telman. We need PvP to keep this community alive, but we need to do it in a respectful and enjoyable way for everyone. Conflict is essential to keep this game exciting, but we should learn how to do it in a better way than we have been.
Okay.
Should I?
Yeah, go ahead if you want to translate it. Go right ahead.
刚刚 Apex 的代表 Dick 发言，他表示说 Apex 是无时任何时都乐意跟其他公会交流以及外交，包括一些未来的一些方向。在 PVP 方面，他们更乐意的去保持PVP 的状态，以保持他们工会的一个存活。但是希望大家可以理解，战争是存在的，不同的意见也是存在的，这就是游戏。
Okay. Next up is Brotherhood of the Coin, Johnny. There you go, Johnny. You're free to talk.
I pretty much agree with what Deke said. Conflict is essential in this game. Keeps it exciting, keeps it fun. I think we just need to find a better way to do it. The back-to-back IBs are just going to end up burning people out and making them quit the game. And we're just going to lose population in the end.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's all I got to say.
Okay. Next up. Go ahead.
刚刚 Brotherhood 的代表发言，他表示说他同意 Dick 的说法，不同的意见是这个游戏的要素，是不可避免的，但是最近的一些战争以及节奏， 使得人员的流逝。
Okay.
Yeah.
Next up is Cal from CDV, if he's here. We'll come back to him because he's supposed to be coming in. Next one is Desert Village Max. Max also isn't here right now. So we'll skip him as well. We'll come back. Brayley from GB. He is not here as well. Move on. Next up is Ghost.
So there's been a lot of good points made, but I think that as far as the PvP aspect goes, I honestly think NA will fall apart without a common enemy. I think sure there's better ways to do it, but I'm not sure that we'll be able to end the war as the way it stands. Basically, that's really all I got.
Okay. No worries.
刚刚 Ghost 的sorry, who was that? Sorry.
Ghost from
Ghost.
Gilbert Next.
OK， 刚刚 Nest 代表 Ghost 发言，他表示说，没有敌人在游戏里面的话，这游戏也存活不了，然后游戏会玩崩掉，但是他不能够确保说，战争会一直存在。
Okay. Next up is Hammersburg Orendresh. You are free to talk.
Hello. Oh,
Hello.
sorry. There's something wrong with the mic.
No worries.
Yeah. Well, I pretty agree with what Ghost said, and that's all. I actually don't really have much of an opinion about this, but I do agree with what Ghost just said. That's it.
Okay. Awesome.
刚刚 Hamburgers 的代表说他同意刚刚 Ghost 的发言。
Just keep going.
What?
Someone
Banned him,
was-
right?
No, I just kicked him.
It was long something.
Yeah, it was the Desert Village guy. Next up is the doll.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go, man.
Okay. You know, I do agree with what a lot of people are saying about the PvP being a necessary evil and a great part of the game. You know, most your own servers
The doll?
actually. Oh, sorry, I had a technical difficulty. Most of your own servers, you know, they're following the same progression that this server's following. You know, you got a bunch of people that get on it first, they build, people interact, they have relations, they go bad. And then once those bad relations happen, you know, the people that can't win either leave or join another mega guild or a mega alliance. And then what winds up happening is in one group joins another one who joins another one. Next thing you know, you have a bunch of people fighting each other for reasons that they're not even sure why. For example, we're at war with 25 different guilds that are Chinese and a few that are North American. We started out with one real war with neighbors that we had here, Liangshan. You know, we were friends at first. There was a disagreement, which led to, you know, pretty pitched battle where we, in the end, earned each other's respect, and we agreed to, you know, have a armistice and, you know, coexist but stay out of each other's territory. It seems like we've moved away from that ability because there's this, you're either with us or against us mentality, both for the North American alliance and the you know, Chinese nation affiliated guilds. And I think that's where the toxicity gets. You know, too much of anything will kill anything, even if it's a good thing. And I think we've gotten to the point where that has happened. Also, if you guys will recall, you know, most of us were probably getting along good with our neighbors, no matter what country they came from, until we weren't, right? I think we got a lot of overflow from buy-in. I think what happened there was pretty one-sided in a lot of ways. I remember, you know, when Chinese guilds showed up. You know, it was basically on attack on site right from go for a lot of the guilds. And whether that was right or wrong is neither here nor there. But I think that, you know, Telman is Telman, and that we can decide what that means. You know, there's conflicts that are going on right now where you have, you know, 20 guilds versus 1. I don't see how that's sustainable. I think that we should have some form of restraint, and I think when people lose, they should accept the fact that they've lost the conflict, but that doesn't mean they have to lose the game. And I think that the people that are winning need to understand that the total annihilation of a guild or an entire group of people, and then denying of them having access to be able to play the game in any kind of reasonable way, of which I'm also guilty of. I'm in a current conflicts right now where we don't relent. We're guilty of that exact same thing of wanting to, you know, punish our enemies and remove them from the game. And I think it's one of those things where you get people that are aggressive or competitive, and this is a video game and it's easy to dehumanize the people we're fighting. I think restraint is more the key. If we can stop dealing with, we're from this country so we can do this, and you guys are from this country so we have to do that, I think we'll seem better. And that's a two-sided street. For example, NA fights together on all the IBs because we must. We don't really care which guilds are fighting, because we know if we don't show up, then the opposition, which in this case happens to be Chinese nation, winds up winning the battles, and then we start losing people from the game. And as our quote-unquote side gets weaker, their side gets stronger, the next thing you know, that we all think, well, who's next? There's a serious lack of restraint, and whoever the leaders are in the community, whether you like them or not, need to seriously come together and put the ego aside and say, okay, you know, if we're going to have conflicts, let's have a beginning, a middle, and an end to them, an ultimate goal, so we can move on. You know, IBs don't last forever, and you know, they're not perpetual for a reason, because it's not sustainable. And like all servers, if you overkill the population, if you make it unplayable, people will either move to a new server or they move to another game. And their pride will not allow them to come back. They don't want to restart and rebuild. And eventually the people that remove those people, they get bored and they leave too. And everyone who's playing this game, who's played your own, knows it's absolutely true. As far as the, you know, big problem, I think, is, you know, language barrier. I think the more coming together we have, you know, the more you can humanize the people that you're fighting, the harder it is to try to hurt them, right? I think we should have contests, maybe have regional conflicts to determine, you know, who controls what resource. But the exploitation, whether, no matter what side you're on, with the claims and the hacks and all the dumb shit, I'll tell you this, that's what's causing and feeling a lot of the angst and discontent, is when people sit there and they play games by a certain set of rules, and then other people on both sides do tricky cheating stuff, is what it's basically called. Whether it's clever or not, when you use those things to further what you're doing, you breed further hate and discontent, and it's very easy for people to take that and put it against you. As far as the endless IBs, just one real quick thing.
Well, hold on, let's go. That was enough for little girl translated one to think. And
Oh, I forgot about the translation. My
Do
bad.
you guys, just as a heads up, if you guys got a lot to say, cut it up into little chunks. Little girl can
Shit,
translate.
my bad. Sorry, little
and
girl.
also,
Yeah, okay,
and also let's try to stay on target. We are talking about chain instance battles coming up too.
Yeah.
So let's stay on target.
Yeah, we'll get to that, Lidal.
刚刚是 HOFA 的会代表发言，他表示说 PVP 是一个不可或缺的因素，也是一个非常重要的组成，在游戏里面，大部分的伺服器面对的同样的一个过程，也就是说伺服器正在崩溃的状态。很多工会可能是因为跟其他的工会建立了一个不好的一个关系，以至于更多的人员流逝，或者有一些是离开了游戏，可是有一些会加入到其他的工会里面，但是不知道为什么，那个争斗还是发生了。他们工会其中一个很重要的真正的一个战争，就是跟国人工会的一场战争。大约的内容就是说，关于领土争执的一些问题，以及很多的因素组成。但是就是说，有点像是逼服的，过度，国人过度的加入的问题，事情就逐渐变坏。当然，一个 不同工会的一些不同意见以及争执会持续存在，但是输了图腾战不等于要离开游戏，但是不能够去怪责这个伺服器的稳，更多是你要接受你的失败，但是不可取的是去惩罚别的玩家，比如说叫他们离开游戏之类的。他希望玩家可以更人道的去玩这个游戏，而不是去做一些别人希望你去做的事情。很多中国人的战争就是说，不适合去打架。等一下，但是这更多的是要继续走下去。图腾战并不会永久存在的，但是过度的杀戮会导致人员流失。当然，其中还有一些作弊的存在的问题，比如说用一些 bug，就比如说一些 bug 的应用可能会就是说导致游戏体验增差，但是不可取的。Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Thank
That
you.
was impressive.
Okay. We're gonna move on of the ball and keep those top points you had about the IBs
Sure thing.
for the next topic. Utopia from Utopia from Inquisition.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Hey guys. So my take on the NA versus China, I think it's good for the server. I think this game is basically built on this aspect of war. Where I draw the line is when names are being called, racism is brought in. I know there's a lot of smaller guilds that get caught up in this, and it's just not fair. So that's kind of where I draw the line. I also hear a lot of excuses for bad decisions. So for example, if you piss a lot of people off, you're gonna get in a lot of trouble. I mean, that's how this game works. That's how it's supposed to work. Diplomacy plays a big role in this game. People should use it more.
Completely agree. There you go. Thanks, Utopia.
Yep.
刚刚是 INQ 的代表 Utopia 发言，他都说表示游戏建立在战争之上，但是有很多的小工会受难于这一个游戏的节奏，并表示这并不公平，希望更多玩家可以更好的利用外交手段。
Okay, next on the list after Utopia is Profiteer from Ironheart. You get to talk, man.
There we go. So I like all the points that have been made. I'm not going to bother going over anything else. Personally, I would see all of these talks as a success if we can all agree to start stomping out the racism from all sides. We're all guilty of it at one point or another, I feel. And I would like us to all at least come to an agreement with some of the things I've seen during the IBs about joining the enemy's side to team kill. And if we could agree to not do that, I feel that would be a good idea.
刚刚是 Iron， 钢铁的代表发言，他表示说，我们不要管那些种族言论，先把他们放在一边。他希望我们可以有一个统一的决定，就是说，希望大家都可以同意在图腾战的时候， 不要加入到敌对方那边，然后做同胞相杀的事情，以获得一个游戏胜利的一个手段。
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Zilon from Church and RC. If you don't want to say anything, you just got to say pass.
I'll be passing.
Okay. Gaxon is next from Nexus. Ooh.
Hello.
Yep, we can hear you.
Hello. Wait. Hello.
Yep, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Riku.
我代表那个西方联盟跟西南联盟这边，发表一下我的言论啊。那个翻译姐姐帮我翻译一下，好吧
Oh God. He want to raise up a question in behalf of the west side of the map and the west south.
Oh, the southwest? Like server 8? That area?
OK， 这样的，我们这边是这么认为的，就是图腾战这个事情，它毕竟是工会的一个私人意愿，这个事情自行解决，但是你不要把这个种族或者民族的这个角色带在里面。然后就是一个图腾战，它这个游戏本来就是它的特色，这个游戏的 PV 是它的 PVE 跟 PVP 的，是吧？你如果把这个 PVP 取消的话，那这个游戏估计就凉了。然后我们的想法是，这个联盟是可以组织的，可以成立，但是，有一点需要注意的就是，不要取消这个东西，好吧？然后就是以这个100人跟100人的图腾，我们这边是优势的。如果你把你的那一方的利益拿到最高的话呢，我们这边的利益就没有了。
你最后一点可以再提出一些吗？把人图腾战。 对，
我们这边因为人数占优势，你如果打50人的话，那我们这边是劣势，会吃亏的，好吧？这不符合我们的利益。
So basically, he has raised. The first one is about the instant battle, because the instant battle is all about the argument. It should be like a problem solver between it is not about the races. The second question is the instant battle is all about is the difference between PvP and PvE gameplay experience. So instant battle should not be cancelled or be dropped out because most of people want to enjoy the PvP environment. And the third question he raised up is about the allies can exist, but should not abandon the instant battle. And the last one is he concerned about the 50 people total instant battle, because if it is 100 people, the Chinese skills have more advantage, but not in the 50 people one.
Yeah, so I guess we can sort of talk about the IBs a little bit right now, just to answer Riku's questions. Everybody here, I'm pretty sure once we get through the list, we'll all agree that PvP is what we want, because PvP, like people have said, is what makes this game fun. I'm not gonna take people away from their chance to say what they want. We'll continue after we finish talking about this. Everybody wants PvP. I have enjoyed IBs immensely. The ones I've been in, even if I've lost, I've still enjoyed them. The thought that the Chinese will have advantage if it's 100 v 100 and NA has advantage of 50 v 50. I I don't know if that's entirely true because it's based on the skill of the player more than the number of people in the battle. We're going to talk more about IBs in the next like few minutes after everybody here, all the guild leads have had their say. But it's not like we want to stop fighting. It's just we want to change why we're fighting, redefine why we're fighting, and maybe give a chance to fight other guilds, not just China versus NA, because I know a lot of people in the Lift Discord were tired of fighting the same battles over and over, and they wanted some variety, fighting different guilds, stuff like that. That's maybe not completely overwhelmed by the huge alliances, because there's some small guilds that want to participate in PvP but can't because there's too big, like too large of groups on either side, essentially. And like I said, we'll talk more about that later, but I hope that answers a little bit of the questions you asked. And if you want to restate those questions when we do talk about IBs, I'll be thinking about your questions the whole time, and I can maybe answer a bit better.
OK，所以刚刚那个 ATS 的会长，表示说他表示，完全同意你刚刚说战争是游戏的乐趣。他本人也非常的享受战争，图腾战带来的乐趣。但是关于50人跟100人图腾战的优势劣势，更多的是这一个技巧的问题。他会讲更多的相关议题在稍后的会议里面。他们并不是想要停止这个争斗，但是他们只是想要去更改这个战争的一个方法。并不是只是1家或2家大公会互相打斗。同盟可能并不会就是说占有太多的优势。但是他有一点想要提到，小的工会并不能享受到这个 PVP 的乐趣，是因为很多一些大工会在那边，支持更多的事情，在里面操作更多的事情。Yeah, that's it.
I hope you guys don't mind me cutting you off for a second. For translation issues, try and keep it short. Like get like a sentence out so she can translate, so we don't kill our translator here. You're doing awesome to say too, but it's a lot to translate.
Okay, we'll move on then with the topic of the China versus NA to Beijing.
Can I have 1 second? I want to play the last translation.
Okay.
It should be 小的工会他们想要去打斗，但是他们害怕被报复。
Okay. Beijing, you are free to speak. If you would like to, otherwise pass. Oh, okay, it's fine. Next up would be Jackson again. That's right.
Okay. While it may not be fair, recommend this China thing, I think it's a necessary evil. Like take for instance, we're one guild. We have no affiliations. We have 24 guilds we're fighting because we wage war on one guild. While it may be a little unfair, you know, there's really nothing you can do about it. So we just take it as it is. It's not going to run us off or anything. I think it's more something that the other guild leaders need to have a respect for and not try to out-zerg someone. You know, keep the fights fair, save the server. That's all I got to say about it.
Awesome.
刚刚是 Next 的发言，他表，各大工会应该更尊重其他工会，然后保持游戏的一个公平游戏方式。
Okay. Next up is dialogue from NTOT, Northern Tribes of Telman.
Is this thing going?
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, all the topics. I mean, we're cool with IBs. We like them. We enjoy them. But we are mainly focused on PvP right now, and the Northwest is dead for PvP. We are following groups east that have left the Northwest to PvP, and that's about it. So as long as it's kept fair and no griefing, we're cool with anything.
Okay.
刚刚是 NTOT 的会长发言，他表示，西北方向的 PVP 玩法已经完蛋了，所以他们现在转战西方，然后只要游戏保持公平，什么都好说。
Okay, next up is Donan from the Yuakun. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but go ahead, man, whenever you're ready. Donan?
Yeah, hello? Actually, Rachel has represented me, so yeah, everything that we have discussed, I think he had already told to the little girl to translate, so I'm good.
Awesome. Next up is Kravik, but he's not here. He's from Olympus. Then Weibo said he didn't want to talk. Merlin, I guess, from Revenant. That's the next person. Go ahead, Merlin.
Revenant's view on the situation, primarily that wards shouldn't be related. Little girl, do you mind muting your mic?
Yep, sorry.
Thank you. Is the war should be waged for in-game reasons and not external of the game, such as race or nationality. So whether it's resources or a disagreement in game, what's in game should be based on events within the game itself.
Awesome.
刚刚是亡灵公会的会长 Merlin 表示发言，他表示说他同战争不应该被取消，但是一些外在的因素，我希望不会变成一个游戏战争的一个问题。
Okay, next up is from the Saviors, Casterly. Go ahead, man. You pass? Okay. And Zach, J. Smith.
SCC has nothing to say with that.
Brewski from Heathen Horde. Brewski?
Yeah, no, I'm here. Do you guys hear me?
Yep.
Awesome. I just want to say that it's been great. It's been fun fighting the Asians for this many months now. I've had a lot of fun. I don't see how the Asians or us could not do a two-sided war. It's just be very, very difficult. I think there'd be too much shady shit going on in the background, but I would hope for that. I think that'd be the best for the server. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
刚刚是 HH 发言，他表示最近和亚洲会的战争带来了很多乐趣，他并不觉得和亚洲工会的一些战争会因为 背景或者一些文化的问题所造成。
Okay. Throw it off. You're next.
I'm gonna not say anything. Same as SEC. I'm gonna pass on that. I don't mind fighting the Chinese. I don't mind fighting anybody. You know, I'm here for the. I just don't want it to get to the point where anybody's run off.
Awesome. Good.
刚刚
Jethro. Go ahead, sorry.
刚刚那个 Iron X 的工会会长发言，他表示他并不介意和所有各大工会去打架，只要这不是太离谱就好。
Okay, Jethro.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yep. Okay, sorry about that. I think in general, probably the way it's going is not good for the server, just simply because we've got NA guilds that are killing anybody with an Asian name on site, and vice versa. That being said, I really enjoy the IB aspect of it, the huge battles that we're getting out of it. I think that part of it's awesome. I think some way, though, we have to figure out a way that people can separate that from the open world part of it, instead of trying to run off, you know, NA guilds are trying to run off every Asian guild they see, and any Asian guild is trying to run off any NA guild that settles next to them, and I think somehow we got to figure that out. That being said, I have no idea how you do that.
It's going to be tough.
刚刚是所有的工会会长发言，表示一刚开始，他发现有一些玩家会专门杀一些带有中国人名字的玩家，他表示非常遗憾，他很享受这个游戏所带来的乐趣，希望可以有一种方法可以解决这个问题。
Next up is Cintrix from Stonehill.
Hey, thanks. I'm not one to really try to tell people how to play the game or how to act. I will say it's a game. I play this game to have fun. I know my friends play this game to have fun. I would look at the population and then really start to think if any of us should be making actions to specifically make people not have fun and drive them away. That's it.
刚刚是 FH 会长的发言，他表示，我们这次大多数如何去更好的去行为以及怎么玩这个游戏，他很享受这个游戏带来的乐趣，更多他是在他会留意这一个游戏的人员基数，如果有一些人不喜欢玩这个的话，就直接把他们让他们退坑好了。
Okay, we're getting to the last few, and then we'll catch the ones we missed, like Max. Rinks from Unbroken is next.
Unbroken
Go ahead.
is here to listen, so pass.
Next up is Paladin from Volunteer Army. Paladin?
Is it Paladin?
Yeah, it's Paladin, Volunteer Army. So he's a Chinese.
Paladin.
小妖精看一下留言。
He asked me to research the mess. I am looking for.
Your mic cut out there. Can you repeat that?
He asked me to read through the message he left,
Okay.
and I am looking for it. Sorry, I have to ask him. 你在留言？你留言在哪里？
我私聊给你了，你看一下。
Hold on a second.
I thought I saw it somewhere.
It should be somewhere. Reach? 我找不到你的留言。I couldn't find it.
Yeah, I can't find it either.
We're looking for a message he sent or Hunter sent.
He sent Paladin.
All right, I'm looking now. I don't know if you guys want to go to the next person or just.
Yeah, we'll go to the next person.
Yeah. I'll leave it to the last.
Which would be Max from Deserted Village. Because I saw him. Go ahead, Max. If you want to talk. I think Max is also Chinese, so if you could translate, little girl, that'd be great.
Max， 你现在可以发言。
I found all of Paladin's messages. Does you know what his message was about? Quick, before Max starts.
Actually, I have no idea.
To be honest, he said, to be honest with the truth, if FR Volunteer Army does not organize totem situations, there will be no totem station.
Oh, basically means no ID anymore.
Yeah. Another one was most people are leaving the game. We're tired of this game. Disappointed in their operation and devs.
Okay. That's
good. Thank you.
I hope those are the right messages. I just looked up his name and what the big one.
So
Max posted something in post guild tags here. Maybe that's his message.
Can you help? Can you hear me? It's my turn.
Yeah, go ahead, Max.
Okay, thank you. Like this, X-ray, I don't care this war because we are a very small village, and when I was alone, the APEX helped me. And some days they find I don't, because my English is so poor, and they find a car I can't build because I help their APEX the enemies. So they say enemies friend is enemy. So I think this is good. They can come to my village and fight, kill something. So, but the second date, someone from the guild is the TNT. He say he want to kill me because he want to let all the player from Ash leave these servers. So I don't want to how to say sorry, I want to speak Chinese. 就是我不太希望就是游戏里的东西怎么样都可以，不希望游戏外的种族啊、国籍或是怎么样的东西干扰到游戏里面的。然后至于在游戏里面的就无所谓的，包括他们经常来村子里面屠村啊，那我都觉得算是游戏的乐趣或怎么样享受这个游戏，只是不太希望把外面的太多的因素干扰到游戏本身，这样我才觉得不好的。
Okay, basically he said the issue which in the game, just leave it to solve in the game, and please don't bring any external factors into the game.
Okay.
For example, like discrimination or skin color and something like that.
Keep it in the game essentially. Don't bring outside stuff in.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks, Max.
By the way, I have a message from Beijing from KAM. I believe he wants to say something.
Okay.
Do you have time for him?
Yeah, I got him. Go ahead, Beijing.
北京，你可以发言。北京。
I think he has his headset off.
你帮他说，他这边连不上。
他这边连不是什么意思？
听得见吗？
听得见。
我也不知道说啥，就是说想跟他们说，梁山那边已经没什么人了，让12那边人就别动他们了。他们那本来是 PVE 的， 那已经还是2个 PVE 人员，让他们别动了。我每次过去的时候，我们欢迎他们出来，跟我们一起对抗嘛，因为我们跟他们都打出来了，他们的装备我们也懒得捡。
嗯哼。
可以把这些跟12的表达一下，免得我每次都要跨那么多个图去打人。
Okay. So basically, he just mentioned, can the guilds in server 12, server 12, please stop bullying the guild which named Liangshan, because they have many people, and their neutral is PVE players, so. Can the guilds in server 12 just leave them up?
Okay. If you want to Ladal and Ladal's the one of the big guys in server 12, and I guess we can get Rinks as well if he wants to talk. Go ahead, Ladal. Ladal?
If you want to discuss this now, if you want to go, it could be a separate chat. Just something that
Beijing, if you want to talk about that, you can talk to Ladal and Rinks. They're both guilds in server 12 and CDV. You can talk.
Sorry,
to them
I missed
later.
the guild name.
It's Liangshan. Pretty sure.
Liangshan.
Liangshan.
I believe.
Is it Shangri-La?
是香格里拉吗？北京。
在香格里。他们现在那个叫香格里了。
Yeah, Shangri.
So we've actually spoken to the gentleman who's looks like there's only 2 or 3 of them building a land bridge. And I asked him if when he gets a chance to message me. So if you guys can get a message to him, because I don't have YY or another message, maybe a little girl, they can message you and you can pass the message to me. We've had a hard time communicating with them. Currently we're marked at war still because of Liangshan's war from way back in the day. And so what happens is every time you see, we've got so much combat here, every time you see someone with a red name, you kill them, right? So we've allowed them access to the granite right next to our claim so they can build their walls. We just need to talk to them and we haven't had the opportunity. So if you can have personal message me, we'll get that worked out right away and degrade the war status so that way we can put an end to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Sorry, who was the person?
Beijing.
No.
The doll. House of Atreides.
I couldn't find his name.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you, little girl.
Yeah, please. I'm going to translate. 是这样的，这个工会的会长表示说，他曾经跟梁山的人，有过多次联络，但是因为语言的问题，或者是一个语言软件上面的一个困难的问题，以至于交流不太好。因为之前和梁山有过多次的战争的状态，而且他们现在也在保留战争的状态，以至于双方的人，他们同意说可以让去花岗岩抗那边去挖矿，让他们去建成，更多的事或者一些问题可以在会议之后跟他们私底下联。
Okay. Yeah, so you guys will solve that on the Okay, so then next one I missed was Elevated Gaming Azram. You good to talk, dude?
Hey there. Yeah, I just wanted to say that, I don't know, as a fairly new guild to this game in general, we've seen both ends of the spectrum. We've had guilds be very friendly and outgoing and want to help out. We've even had guilds almost turn over their whole base to us just because they want people to join in and help them out. And we've had hostile people, which I think is totally expected in a game that has open world PvP. So we've been pretty happy with the way it's gone for the most part. I just hope that people would not exploit things that they know is very obviously an exploit, and be honorable to themselves, really. And if they have a question, message the moderators, ask them if something like that's cool, and try and be accountable to themselves, because I think that's important and will keep a game like this healthy.
刚刚是一区的代表发言，他表示较新的一，然后也加入这久。他的工会曾经受过其他工会的一个帮助。他也明白到这是一公开世界的一个 PVP 系，他非常乐意去见到的打斗方式的消失。但是他不愿意看见这个游戏变得太过变态。就是游戏玩家就是说做自己，并且希望可以交流更多，和其他人交流更多，沟通很重要。Yeah, that's it.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Oh, and the volunteer army, he is Paladin. He is talking in your guild tags, and I don't know if you guys want to discuss that now, or if you just want to leave that be.
Yeah, Shannon has died with no person. Okay.
Yeah. Can I have a second? I'm going to.
Okay. Not a problem.
So basically, volunteer claiming that Apex has already used some methods that are outside of the game. For example, I believe he's talking about the external factors such as the bully, the political speech. This is the thing that they cannot stand for. So if they have any players that they are losing, they deserve it. And volunteer will keep going to attack.
Okay, that's
basically they're talking about like discrimination is bottom line of them for them. And they really appreciate that they have battles with SEC. They are really pleasure. They have a strong enemy, and they are enjoying the game and experience.
Okay.
Right.
So that basically ends the China versus NA. So far, what I've heard is that everybody wants to keep doing IBs and stuff, but they want to make it so that the war is more civilized, I guess. No like name calling and stuff, keeping it in game with factors in game rather than outside, which I'm pretty sure everyone here agrees with. Basically, I guess what I'm trying to say is nobody wants to stop PvPing. That's like, it's such a core part of the game that stopping it entirely, which is not our goal here, is wrong. If you want to translate that, well, we'll do little sentences.
刚刚的主办人就是发言，总括来说，没有人停止 PVP 的战争，因为这是游戏的核心，停止的话，游戏就玩不下去。
Any of the other moderators have anything to say? Trying to sum stuff up?
I guess I can go. I think what a lot of you guys are saying is pretty much you want to keep the sides just because of the fact that, for the most part, most of us respect each other's side. I mean, we do have our personal guilds that, each side probably doesn't like the best, but at the end of the day, we still want the IBS's, 100 versus hundreds, and best way to do it so far has been, China versus America, or NA versus, the Chinese guilds. And I think for the most part, we've been pretty, not all of us, and I know there's, outliners, but I think everyone's been, for the most part, pretty civil, minus some griefing on both sides. But I mean, that's just the game.
刚刚 BOC 的会长发言，他表示说，就是说工会非常注重这个游戏，他参与过白人图腾战，当中也就是国人工会跟美国工会的一个战争，他体验到就是大多数的玩家都是很文明的。
And then there's a couple people who just joined recently. Riker is one of them, and Cal from CDV. So we're just going to give them a quick talk, a quick voice of their opinion. Riker, Alcon Trading.
Okay, the only thing I have to say is pretty much what everyone said. Killing ungilded people that have primitive gear on. Yeah, they could be doing spying, whatever, but give them benefit of the doubt, because there's a lot of griefing of new players that are trying to figure the game out. And yeah, they may put up a personal claim. Just let them do it, see what they do. If they're not bothering you, don't grief them, don't kill them just because they don't talk to you or ignore you. We've had several instances where we have, like, I think the last 2 weeks, about 6 players wanting to join just because they can't do solo.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's it.
刚刚sorry, who was
Riker from Alcon Trading.
Alcon Trading? 刚刚 Alcon Trading 的代表发言说，他发现到有新的玩家想要去更了解这个，他们可能会在地图上面设立个人私人领地，可能他们就是想要自己一个人会，要看到他们是就去欺负他们。比如说在之前的日子里面，大约有一个独立的玩家想要加入他们会，原因是因为他。
Thank you, CDV Cal. Sorry this is taking so long, by the way. I didn't think it would take this long.
Well, good night, everyone. Well, we are worried about one principal thing, that is that the population in Chelmon, we noticed that is decreasing. So I don't know if it's the hardcore gamers, or you can say the toxic gamer that will create the toxic game that will create. But we hope in CDB that maybe we all create a more light game, or maybe a more friendly game for the new players, because for us, we love PvP and PvE, but we think that we might have maybe rules to PvP, or something to a moderator or something like that. And for last, we hope that maybe Chelmon is going to be to be full of population. We want to play with other players and share a good time and pass good time, even though in PvP and PvE. Thank you.
Thank you.
那是is it CDB 刚刚应该是 CDV